Good evening. This is Mary Lou welcoming you to my YouTube channel, Unearthing Nature. Tonight, we bring to you Christmas as an annual Christian celebration of the birth of Christ. Christmas is the supreme time of worship for Christians as we celebrate the birth of our Savior. This time of all times is a time of worship. Christmas is an attitude of the heart that is so filled with wonder and gratitude at what God has done that there is not a thought of personal needs or personal blessings, only total abandonment to God in praise and adoration. And that is worship. It is the most selfless thing we do. It is to be so grateful and so filled with wonder at what the Lord has done that we lose ourselves in adoring worship and adoring praise. So, what better time for this than Christmas? When we focus on the very giving of Christ, who is our Savior. To most of us, it means getting together with family and friends and giving each other gifts, helping those in need, and exercising kindness to others. So tonight I would like to focus and bring to you our Christmas lights. So what do Christmas lights symbolize? Lights are a symbol of hope and good in the world. They also serve to remind good Christians to provide light to others. And I should say, Christmas is a reminder to follow the way of Christ. So let me share with you how I lighted for Christmas. So these lights are actually propped and placed in areas that I would like to emphasize. So on this side, I do have trees. Actually, the trees have just been trimmed. So that should make them look good during the springtime. So that is one going upright on a tree for emphasis. And there's another one there keeping the area lighted and placed at a distance enough to continue the lighting. So as I bring you farther down on this side, there is a corner that this is the right corner facing the back fence. So here's another tree that I have lighted with lights, not an upright light, Christmas lights on a fern. And I have also added a spotlight to bring it out better. Okay, so that's one corner. And yeah, so you see it's a little bit lighted than the rest of the single upright spotlights. So here's a palm in a pot that I have decorated again with Christmas lights. So as you notice, the lights are distanced enough to continue the presence of light. So here's the next palm with another Christmas light. But in this spot, I added a spotlight because from that corner to this distance, the area needs more light. Okay, so we walk farther down against the back fence, along the back fence. So there's the next palm in a pot that is again lighted by Christmas lights. So we are now heading to my very focal point, which is the center of the back fence. So here I actually have two trees which have been actually planted central to the back fence. So here you see I have added our Christmas angels. There are two Christmas angels and these colored gifts, which I actually have used yearly. But new to this arrangement are those Christmas lanterns and the white capiz balls, which I have actually featured in a video right before this. So these white capiz are, as I have mentioned, shells that come from mollusks, which are living in the sea and have been used by the people of Capiz, which is a region in the Philippines, a province in the Philippines. So I actually just remembered to bring them out and to give this year a touch of the Philippines. So those Christmas lanterns are called paroles. Paroles, okay? So white as they are, those capiz shells, they have also created decorative capiz items in color, which makes them more beautiful actually. So I'm truly very, very happy about this focal point that I have made this year. I've never done it this way. This is the first time I've done this. So truly I think I find it so attractive. So still you see those capiz shells that are hanged on nail, and I have added lights that are battery operated. So, and here's another one. Okay, so they're actually hung on the trees, but not all of them are lighted. So as we go farther down against the back fence, you will notice that, in all those palms that are in pots, there are Christmas lights. So we're going to the next corner on the left side of the back fence. You will again notice that the corners are lighted, more lighted. Both corners are more lighted to bring emphasis to the corners and mark the perimeter of the garden. So truly, you mark perimeters to bring attention to size and shape of your backyard or garden. So again, on the tree is hanging another fern which is lighted by Christmas lights, and I have upright spotlights to bring more light again to that corner. So as we go to the other side against the fence, I have this other palm. They're almost like umbrella palms, which are again lighted with upright lights, again to light the area, plus to, as I have mentioned, light with equidistant distance to still define perimeter. Okay, so that's the left side of the backyard. So I show you the lighting against the house. So those are upright lights, bringing emphasis to driftwoods. So if you notice, they're again distanced enough to continue lighting effects, okay? So that no area is too dark. So here's another, I may say, the next focal point, which I love. Okay, this is a bigger driftwood, which is graced by those 3 birds' nests. Again, accented by my white capiz shells, which are not lighted at this time. So, but happy with those color combinations that I have put together. So if you have been following me, you will notice these plants have been moving from different places in my backyard. So I put color in this area, it being the second focal point. So here's another mini driftwood, which I actually decorated with branches of hollies that have been trimmed from our holly tree, and with some of those capiz shells. So I'm bringing that closer for you to view. So let me just truly bring it there. See, that's how it looks like. So I like the reflection of light against it. Yeah, it has a special sheen. It has a natural sheen. It's a beautiful shell. Okay, to tell you that this was actually hauled from the Philippines, and they were brought in styrofoam boxes. Oh, those were the days. I think I have about 36 of them. Couldn't bring any more. Plus I needed to bring in those Christmas lanterns, which were also quite something to bring back to the US. But I'm happy I did that. Now it's a little bit more difficult to bring big items from the Philippines to the US. So that was years back. So this is my arrangement against the house. So, okay, those cord lines were somewhere else at some point, so they moved there for color. I like this corner too. So I actually also want to, before I forget, to bring to you my water feature. Do you hear the sound of water? On a night like this, that is calming and refreshing, isn't it? So here's another one of my favorite spots. This is a huge oak tree that I have used as another somehow focal point, and 2 very proud of this staghorn that is also graced by two lighted capiz shells, again lighted by lights that are battery operated. And I added some touch of those Christmas balls, okay, which I'm also very happy about. So again, that staghorn is a beauty. It's a beautiful, exotic plant. So see those capiz shells? I also brought in some capiz stars. See those little stars? I love them. They're all made of capiz, and actually all of them are, except for my Christmas lanterns, they're all white, which is their natural color. So quickly, I think I missed that. I think I'm also proud to have added here in this focal point some Christmas balls, just to bring in and tie in the colored parole, apart from the white capiz shells, those colored balls, Christmas balls, hanging on the tree. So I actually would have added more, but there was no time today. I was catching the timing of this videotaping. So still, it's another beautiful night as you gaze into that sky, isn't it? So yes, let me show you a view from this point. So you know, that arrangement, they're all chairs made of seemingly looking like rattan, but they're not rattan. So which is actually a look of my Philippine heritage, because I'm so proud of my Filipino heritage that my outdoor furniture look like so that set is like rope. It's like you know, it's typical material that is used in the Philippines. Okay. So that Christmas cactus is happily blooming in red. And I'm quite happy with those sunflowers that are still staying in bloom. And that is my area of succulents, which growing slowly. So as we are almost saying goodbye, I would like to have Santa wish you all a very Merry Christmas, and again remind you that Jesus is the reason for the season. I bid you good night, but before I do so, I would like to invite you to please like and subscribe. Thank you.